What's up, fuckers? Welcome back to the Mateo and I'm experience. Man, it's been a while since I've said that. And to those of you who's watched my previous videos and all that shit, guys, thank you for doing that. And I'm back, baby. So I want to tell you guys, this might sound a little close to home, but you've seen the title already. You've clicked on the video, so let's not dilly-daddle. Let's get right back into it. So we're going to talk about how your inactions will also define you. We can all agree. We can all agree, right, that actions are what defines you. Not your words, not what you said, not what you plan on doing. You can't build a reputation on what you plan on doing, but you build a reputation on what you're doing, on your actions. But not only that, your inactions, in other way, are itself also actions. So when you sit around and don't do anything, don't do things that you wanted to do, don't do it right, that in of itself is an action, and that can define you, and that sucks. When you realize you're not doing things you're supposed to, maybe you're bumming out, maybe there's a week and you don't go to the gym or a month, that fucks you up. You fucking hate that shit. Inaction in the face of action, it defines you. Think about bullying, for an example. Bullying, okay, the classic example, you got a bully, you got a victim, you got a bystander. Maybe the bully is pushing the guy around, smacking his lunchbox, taking his lunch money, probably stabbing him a few times. I don't give a fuck, whatever you think in the situation. Maybe he's just eating his crayons. But what does the bystander do? He sees this guy getting hurt and abused. What does he do? The majority of the time, nothing. The majority of the time, 90% of bystanders don't do anything. They don't help the guy out. For whatever reason, they don't act. And when you interview those same people, I'm sure if you interview those people years after and you tell them about the situation, they're gonna say to you, man, I wish I acted. I wish I acted. I wish I did something to help that poor kid out because he needed me and I wasn't there to save him, or to help him out, or to make his life easier. That's regret, because they've been defined by their inaction. And when you're defined by inaction, you regret a lot of shit and you feel shame towards yourself. And both of those things suck. Together, horrible double whammy you don't want. And that's a double homicide. That's what we call it in the biz. Fuck that. But what are you gonna do? Because your inactions are gonna define you. So as soon as that happens, like, you can't just run away from it. You can't gaslight yourself into believing that, oh my God, I actually did something and I'm actually great at this and I don't hate myself. No. It was your choice not to act when you should have. And you need to digest and know that. Fucking duh. It's not gonna go away just because you tell yourself it's going away. It's gonna go away because you change shit. And now this sounds, there's a little bit of hope in that, but before this it was kind of, kind of sad, like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? That's the thing. There is hope and there is things that you're gonna do. And the rest of this video is gonna be me telling you guys, what the fuck do you do when for maybe a week you haven't been going to the gym, maybe a month you haven't been going to the gym, maybe you've been wanting to ask this girl out and you see her in the hallways of your school, but you're too nervous and then you end up not doing it, and then you see her with, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is, whatever you haven't been acting on, this is for y'all, all right, because there's hope. The way you change that, and the way you change your definition of yourself because you haven't been acting, is by acting. And I'm gonna be saying action and acting a lot, and it's already, I've done a few takes of this video and it's already, I fucking hate the word now. I've been saying it too much, but it's hope, man. You can redefine your inactions through action. 100%. Your actions are always going to be stronger than inaction, but if it still looms over you, like, oh fuck, man, all that time ago that I didn't do the thing that I said I was going to do, then you just need time. You need to go hard with time and repetitions, day in, day out. Let me give you an example of my personal life. When I first started working out, I was sophomore, going into my sophomore year. Yeah, going into my sophomore year, man, I was hitting like workouts that lasted like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. If I ever hit 45, I consider that at an elite level. I was basically swinging around 20-pound dumbbells, doing nothing really that extravagant, to be honest. Yeah, kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? Well, let me fucking tell you what I did. And it took me a long while, and there were times I didn't even go to the gym. There were times when I wasn't eating right at all. Probably for a long time I wasn't eating right. And I was like, man, I'm trying to go hard on this, but I'm not doing the right shit. Like, I'm trying to get better. Okay. That's a lot of failure. That's a lot of me fucking up. A lot of me, for some time, not doing the things that I knew I was supposed to. Okay, I know I gotta eat better. I know I gotta get to a real gym and not just work out pretty much in my own room with 20-pound dumbbells. So I did. Because it ate me up inside, man, I'm not doing the thing that I know I'm supposed to do. That fucked me up. My inaction gave me the fuel and the hunger to act. And that gave me a little bit of hope when I started acting. I started to see over time, as I'm doing the right things, my body begins to change. Okay, cool. I keep going harder. I get myself a gym, bro, and we go fucking hard in the motherfucking paint. And it's been so long now of me doing that my inactions 3 years ago don't define me. My first take of this video, when I was trying to find an example, I didn't even write it down in my script. I just like, okay, I'll think of it in the moment. It took me about a minute. I was like, man, I don't want to edit out a fucking minute of this. It's going to be a pain in the ass. And then it came to my idea, okay, that example. It took me a minute because I forgot about that because I had changed so much. Because I had leveled myself up and I had done so much actions that wasn't what defined me anymore. What I had maybe spent, I spent a few hours, I spent many hours not doing the right things, but what I had, on the other hand, I had hundreds and hundreds of hours doing the shit that I had wanted to do, the shit that I told myself that I was gonna do. So how could those few fucking hours define me when it was years ago and I can show myself that I am, that this is who I am through action, and I changed that shit. Now I don't even remember that shit. I don't remember those memories at all, man. I remember all the memories that I did put in, the hours that I did put in the gym to get this big and get this jacked and change my life and be super confident now. The way you change it is by leveling up, and that is just time and actions repeatedly over and over and over again. There's a quote I really like. Really fucking like it. Repetition carries conviction. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Repetition carries conviction. Same shit for this. Repetition will carry the conviction that these actions are what's going to define you, not the shit that you didn't do. So there's hope you can change it. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take hard work, but that's what the fuck you signed up for. If you clicked on this video and you're still watching, that's what you signed up for. So if there's anybody going through a period of inaction or, trying to reflect on yourself like, man, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, what the fuck am I gonna do? Don't worry. It sucks. It does suck. I know what you're going through. That shit sucks ass. And that's going to define you for a little while until you decide to change that, until you decide to get better, until you decide to act in the face of inaction. And when you have the same example at the same time, okay, I can do something here or I cannot do something. Choose to do something, man. 100% of the time. When you have nothing to do or something to do something to do easily. But for those people who are like, maybe you're not being so consistent in the gym or in your work, maybe you're not meditating super well, maybe you're not journaling super well, maybe you're not being super social with other people, whatever the fuck it is. Maybe you're trying to level up in one thing or another. Maybe it's something I don't even know. Maybe you're trying to be really good at pickleball, but you haven't gotten a pickleball gym membership. Maybe you're trying to throw wheelchairs at grandmas, and you haven't procured enough wheelchairs to throw at grandmas, and you're beating yourself over it, but then decide, okay, I'm gonna go buy some wheelchairs, I'm gonna go find some grandmas, and I'm gonna spend the next 3 months, 8 hours every single day, leveling up this grandma chucking skill. Okay. And those 3 months of action will define you. And it won't be the 3 months of inaction, but it'll be the most recent thing. And for all those people, man, I remember being told in school that laziness was a character trait. And in 6th grade, they made us choose whether we had a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, and they gave us some examples. That's not something you're just born with. You're not born with being a lazy person. That's a habit. If you really want to get into it, laziness is a habit. It's not a character trait. It's not who you are. It's a habit. And like any other habit, that shit can be broken or built. Being a hard worker, that's not a character trait. Some people are a product of their environment and have been a hard worker for a very long fucking time. And it's so ingrained in them they can't leave it. That's not a character trait, that's a fucking product of your environment. That's a habit. Being a hard worker is a habit. So if you're a lazy guy, there's hope for you, man. Of course there is. There's always gonna be hope. You just can't lose sight of it. You gotta go hard with it. And you gotta replace all your inaction with action and level the fuck up. That's it. Something I've learned recently and something I've wanted to share for a while. And there's gonna be periods in time when your life isn't great. And maybe that beats down on you, and maybe you forget to do a few things that you've promised you that you were gonna do for self-improvement, etc. And you don't. And that sucks. But that ain't who you are unless you let it be. And even then, it's not who you are if you fucking change it. And that's what this video is. I want to give hope out to you guys, and I want to tell you guys a little quote that I like. With hard work, dreams do come true. I'm gonna end this video here. It's nice to be back. Leave a like and comment and subscribe if you like this video, and if you don't, I'm gonna find some grandmas and chuck them at you. That's it.